Another great tip I would recommend, skin to skin. Skin to skin starts right after birth. Skin to skin within that first hour of birth allows the baby to progress to the breast in a natural way, to self-attach and to latch on. And studies show that goes a long way to ensure breastfeeding success. There are actually 9 stages the baby goes through to make it to the breast, and a lot of people are fascinated to know that the scent that the breast puts off is very similar to the amniotic fluid baby was surrounded by in the womb. So that draws baby to the breast to self-attach and to get that latching started. So skin to skin right after birth, and skin to skin throughout breastfeeding. If a baby is crying and needs to be calmed down, skin to skin is the way to do it. Calm baby down, try to get the baby to latch again. I would also like my new moms to know about feeding cues to look out for. A lot of new moms don't realize that their babies are telling them that they're hungry. Babies can't talk, so they don't have too many ways to communicate, but feeding cues are a good things to look out for. One of the earliest feeding cues is actually REM sleep, where you can see the baby's little eyes fluttering underneath the eyelids. That's a very early feeding cue. That's a good time to try to latch baby to the breast. Smacking the lips, rooting, bringing the fist to the mouth. That's another early feeding cue that tells you that baby is hungry and is ready to be brought to the breast. A late feeding cue is crying. At that point, baby is really trying to get mom's attention. Hey, I've given you some signals, you haven't picked up on them. I am hungry. When baby is at a late feeding cue of crying, they do need to be calmed down before being brought to the breast to make sure that latching is adequate. Sometimes a baby is so frantic at the crying stage, latching just can't occur, and it's a vicious cycle. Baby can't latch, baby's crying, baby's hungry, mom's frantic because she can't feed her baby. So skin to skin is that tool that I referred to before to calm a baby down who is at that late crying, feeding cue crying stage, and then try to latch again. Other breastfeeding tips, feed the baby 10 to 12 times a day. Do not set your clock, do not set an alarm. Let it be a baby-led feeding. Your baby is letting you know by the feeding cues that I explained that it's hungry. It looks like 10 to 12 times a day. It's not going to be every 2 hours around the clock. Sometimes it may be every hour. Sometimes you may have a stretch of 3 to 4 hours, especially at night. A lot of people are amazed to realize that milk content is different day and night. At night, you are giving your baby higher fat content in your milk and a sleepy hormone that allows you and baby to get some longer stretches of sleep at night. During the day, that daytime milk in the early morning has a wake-up hormone, and it's not going to have as much fat content. So you may see that your baby's going to eat more frequently during the day, but you can't really set your alarm clock and say, I've got to feed baby now. Let the baby let you know when they're ready to eat.